Hello, and welcome back to Where I Play Valis 3, where we are going to be knocking on heaven's door. Now, this part may seem a bit short level-wise, because about half of the Sutherland area was cut out for the Genesis version, and I can't say that I miss it. Combined with the character-pushing waterfalls and mandatory sub-weapons, it had a level of obnoxiousness rarely found even in Mega Man games. Okay, to open the door, we need to ring the bell 3 times. And as you can see, that platform that just disappeared off the screen is not very cooperative. And I just got attacked by a merman because they just show up when your character uses a whip. But seriously, I think Sutherland could use a better security system. Hit gong to enter base. The next part is the predictable good guy questionnaire and, of course, the trial of fate, so I'm going to be switching off to Yuko for all of the climbing duty. Now, while I do complain about the turbo version a lot, there is one thing I do have to say in its favor. The CD version of its soundtrack is actually pretty good. Do not grab those coins, they only give you damage. Oh yeah, they have Telenet Japan written on the back. I don't know why. Why do they need to advertise themselves in their own game? You've already bought it. And Reiko is still dead. No Paladin Reiko here. There's really not much of note of this stage, aside from how the background changes as you go further above the clouds. It's really mainly a push right to win stage. There are a lot of power-ups to be found that are generally outside the field of view if you don't high jump, kind of like the second stage of Valis 1. And here's Dead Valia. And naturally the good guys have to go through a bunch of hoops to get the power to save the worlds, whereas the bad guys can just do whatever. I'm gonna be holding on to lightning magic. I got plans. So Yuko's Trial of Fate is going to be fought by Cham because she's actually better at it. Okay, the Trial of Fate to determine the wielder of the true Valis sword is fighting a bunch of these guys. I don't know exactly how many because I refuse to count. I don't play video games to do math most of the time. Now, I did screw up the first time I reached this boss fight when I started playing this game. Kinda like that. Basically, the only possible way to lose this is to get caught behind on dealing with the golems. And you may end up being drowned under a tidal wave of spawns. Because this is the only way to lose this boss fight, you can be assured that I found it. I'm not what you would call good at video games. But anyway, we should be finishing up pretty soon. Cham really does make this trivial so long as you don't try to be fancy about it. I think courage was the word you were looking for. Wow, braveness? There are 2 better words than that and you didn't use either of them. Okay, so the translation can get a little bit dodgy here while Nizetti decides to be huge because mentor figures are very insecure in the Valis setting. Basically, he can turbocharge the Valis sword, but if he does that, then win or lose, Yuko is going to be shuffling off this mortal coil. Yeah, they don't even give you a "but thou must." Well, we look more ridiculous, at least. If only there was something I could do to prevent this. I'll have to sit on my throne some more to figure out what. Well, if you've employed a fortune teller, now's the time to use her. Or not, as the case may be, I guess. Well, that was important. Okay, these 2 are the next 2 bosses, and the reason I'm going to be taking the rest of the game 1 level at a time. The bosses only get harder from here, believe me. Yeah, Yuko didn't take long to get to the Dark World, which only proves that going to other worlds in the Valis setting is about as tricky as walking down to your street corner if you know how to do it. Okay, I guess he is a Bishi by Dark World standards. Oh yeah, he uses the higher pitch tones for speaking, which means he has the same voice pitch as Yuko by 16-bit standards. Anyway, see you next time.